in the light of your love, so pure and so clear. There's nothing I want and nothing to fear. You tell me that I am free as a child. I've nothing to fear. In the light of your love, in the light of your love, my heart is your home, never abandoned, never alone. You tell me I'm yours, shielded and sure. My heart is your home, in the light of your love. I wanna live in wild abandon. I wanna know the heart of heaven. I wanna see with eyes from above. In the light, in the light. Will you open up my eyes? Will you open up my eyes? I wanna live in wild abandon. I wanna know the heart of heaven. I wanna see with eyes from above. In the light, in the light of your love.
Today's song and prayer, it is focused on an activity that Jesus did with his disciples at the Last Supper. Right before Jesus goes to the cross and then dies and goes to the grave to rise again and to make a way for all of us to be reunited back to him, he has this moment with his disciples, his closest 12 that are in the room with him. And he's having this intimate moment with them, and the activity he does is called foot washing. Foot washing is an ancient custom that when people came to your house and you were the host, that you would sit and wash their dirty feet that had been walking in the streets and dust filled through sandals. You would take and humbly wash their feet. But this was an activity reserved for servants, for the people serving the guest of honor, not for the host to serve his guest of honor. And so Jesus completely flips the power dynamic in the room in John 13. And John, who's recording this story, was in the room with him. And John says that Jesus loved these that were his until the very end. That's why he washed their feet. He chose the habit of humility to show his love to these people, to show that a servant is the one who is loving well. And then he sends these folks onto a rescue mission, spreading his love around the world that got all the way to us here in 2024. Now, what Jesus does, we can quickly think, oh, we should then practically wash their feet. But that's not the only practical application for Jesus' kind of love. You know, Jesus subverts the power. He is a powerful one in the room. He's God incarnate in human form, and yet he's the one that takes on the position of a servant. At the very end, John records that Jesus told them, no one is greater than their master. So go and do likewise, spreading my love through the way you serve others. And so Jesus had this habit of humility that's so applicable for us today. As a dad, someone with a loud voice and a large stature, maybe my practice of humility is to, instead of forcing through my anger and yelling my kids to obey and do what I want them to do, to stay in the suffering a little longer, to serve them by helping them process what they're experiencing, and instead of rushing in to fix it. As a boss, as somebody who leads, it's serving what they need, not what I need from them. All the power structure dynamics that Jesus displayed in his habit of humility are available to us to practice today. But we got to choose to do that. And Jesus, what's even more remarkable is around the table would be those that betray him, that he chose not to skip them or to avoid that action, but to practice the habit of humility, even for those that would lead him to the cross. God, give us that kind of level of intentionality with the people around us today. Let us practice the habit of humility, knowing that ultimately, when we are weak, you are made strong in us, God. Give us the courage to follow you. Amen.